A mother's love is the first melody we hear, the quiet strength we lean on, and the guiding light that never fades. Hello everyone, this is Sudha Ragunathan, and I'm back with the third episode of Tales and Tunes to celebrate Mother's Day with all of you. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sunday is Mother's Day, and we honor mothers everywhere, the goddesses, the ancestors, as well as the mothers in our lives and around us. The goddesses of Hindu mythology celebrated their mothers too, as we will see in today's story. Sunaina's mind wandered as she combed Sita's long, silky black hair. She leaned forward and took in the fragrance that emanated from the girl's head, as she once did long ago when she and Janaka found the baby abandoned on a farm in a furrow. Sunaina was not her real mother. Yet she was, because she loved her more than she could express. Ksheerabdhi Kanyakaku Sri Mahalakshmi Kini Nirajalayamunaku Nirajanam. Ksheerabdhi Kanyakaku Sri Mahalakshmi Kini Nirajalayamunaku Nirajanam. 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 Sita turned around when her mother stopped brushing her hair. She thought to herself, mothers are always thinking of something, allowing their minds to wander, and suddenly they break into tears. Why? But this time her mother looked happy, wistful, and smiling. What is it, Amma? She asked. Sunaina shook her head, blinking away a tear. Nothing, my darling. I'm just remembering how little you were when your father and I first found you. And look how big you have grown. Sita pleaded, her eyes shining and her loose hair flying around her. Tell me that story again, Amma. Tell me that story. Sunaina turned her around, smoothened her hair, and told her the story, feeling Sita's muscles tense in excitement as she recounted the tale she must have told her 1,000 times. When she was done, a long, straight braid shone, hanging down Sita's back. Sita beamed at her and thought, she's such a wonderful mother. I must do something special for her. Meanwhile, in Ayodhya, Kausalya was massaging Rama's body with oil before his bath. Paluke bangaramayena, paluke bangaramayena, kodanda pani paluke bangaramayena, kodanda pani paluke bangaramayena. Herself a queen, she could have asked any number of her assistants to do this simple task. But as her boy had grown, she really missed the feeling of being of some use to him, of even looking into his eyes. Rama had 2 other mothers, but he had come from her body after all. Rama was leaning back, enjoying the massage. But now he opened his eyes. Amma, he called. Kausalya began massaging again. Ah, sorry dear. I was just thinking of how big you have become, how much you have grown. Who knows how much longer I'll have you with me? Rama protested. I will never leave you, Amma. You know that. Kausalya clucked her tongue. One day you will. But there was a time when none of us mothers had children, you know. She continued to relate the story of how Dasharatha had received the sweet payasa for the birth of his sons, and how he had given her half before distributing the rest to the other queens. Rama had heard this story many, many times, but he still loved to listen to it. He let his body relax further. Even after so many years, even when she did not have to, his mother still did so much for him. He would have to think of something special he could do for her instead. Maashillayodhiyil மன்னன் தசரதன் மாதவத்தால் வந்த மைந்தனே தாலோ மாஷில்லையோதியில் மன்னன் தசரதன் மாதவத்தால் வந்த மைந்தனே தாலோ கோஷிகனை தொடர்ந்து கொடியவரை அழித்து கோஷிகனை தொடர்ந்து கொடியவரை அழித்து யாகம் தன்னை காத்த தீரனே யாகம் தன்னை காத்த ராமனே யாகம் தன்னை காத்த தீரனே தாலோ. Mother's Day in Ayodhya and Mithila were days of celebration of the goddesses Parvati, Lakshmi and Saraswati. The kings and queens made offerings to the goddesses, and vast feasts were offered to the subjects of the kingdom. The people of the kingdom had parades and decorated the trees and houses and dressed themselves and their animals lavishly. But Rama had another plan. He visited his gardener and the chef, the archer, and discussed his plans with his brothers Bharata, Shatrughna, and of course Lakshmana. Soon their special event was almost ready. Sita, in the meantime, had gathered her sisters Urmila, Mandavi, and Shrutakirti to plan something for Sunayana. They too consulted the chef and the gardener, the florist, and others. There was going to be a wonderful surprise. Sitam Mayam Sitam Mayam Sitam Mayam Sitam Mayam Sri Ramudu Matandri Sitam Mayam On the morning of Mother's Day, the children of Ayodhya ran to their mothers and wished them well, showered them with sweets, kisses, hugs, and cards and flowers. While in Mithila, the children sang songs and danced, but Rama and Sita and their siblings were nowhere to be found. Sunayana went about her queenly duties. Kausalya began her morning rounds. By the afternoon, both Dasharatha in Ayodhya and Janaka in Mithila had begun to wonder where the children were. Parties were sent out to find them, but to no avail. Finally, the mothers were asked to help. After all, they knew their children best. Kausalya began to look along with Kaikeyi and Sumitra and found a trail of her favorite jasmine flowers leading to the garden. As she searched for the girls, Sunayana found deer and birds skipping ahead of her, leading her along. The queens each found themselves in a beautiful clearing, festooned with flowers and plants, lighted with covered lamps like a magical place in a forest. In the center, on the ground, was a blanket where their 4 children were seated, holding up trays of treats and fruits. "Happy Mother's Day, Amma!" Sita and her sisters called out, feeding their mother a laddu. Sunina blushed with joy and sat with her daughters. They chatted, petted the animals, and ate, laughing over old stories and cracking jokes. Lakshmana was holding a bowl of payasam. Rama held up his hands and said to Kausalya, "Today, you let me massage your tired legs." Bharata and Shatrughna chimed in, "And we'll feed all of you." Kausalya looked around. Here they were in what felt like a forest. Her mouth was full of sweet liquid, the payasam, and her dear sons were all around, playing and talking and shouting like little children. Sunina smiled as the lights above glinted in the branches like an enchanted forest. Here were her beautiful daughters, joking and eating like little girls. Someday they might grow up living in palaces or perhaps forests. But for now, Mother's Day was perfect. Rama smiled at his mothers with love. Sita smiled at hers. Her heart was full. They wanted nothing more. Then she touched the earth, Bhumi, her birth mother. "Happy Mother's Day to you too, Amma," she repeated quietly. "Karunai kadale enannaye, Karunai kadale enannaye, என்றும் தொழுவேன் உன் பதமே கருணை கடலே என்னன்னையே." எந்தன் உள்ளமும் உயிரும் நீயே, எந்தன் உள்ளமும் உயிரும் நீயே, வானும் மண்ணும் மழையும் நீயே, கண்ணில் தெரியும் தெய்வம் நீயே, கண்ணில் தெரியும் தெய்வம் நீயே, என்றும் எனக்கு அருள் தருவாயே, கருணை கடலே என்னன்னையே, என்னன்னையே. அம்மா அம்மா அம்மா